Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. It is I, Mike V. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Today is Monday, May 13th, 2024. You are watching the Monday Mic Drop, episode number 4. All right, guys. So we'll just wait 30 seconds, roughly, about a minute before we get started. As always, we're going to be announcing the news of the past week, share with you guys some wins people had, and then we'll start with the Q&A. And we'll also play in the meantime as well. Last night, I did ask Dave to see if he was still available for tonight's stream, but he is not. He has a work-related meeting actually taking place right now. So it's just going to be me for today's stream. But yeah, wait a little bit while, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Jose, welcome back. First one in. So I will mention that. Oh, okay, Proud Monkey, you did see my message. All right, no problem. Glad you said hi. But yeah, earlier today, if you haven't watched it yet, I did release a new video about where you could find 9.6 jacks or better video poker machines on the strip. If you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and watch it after the stream is over. But let's go ahead and get started right now with the news. So, continuing rather from last week, from Poker Fuse, for those of you like watching Texas Hold'em on TV, I did discuss last week about the return of the big game, and the first episode went live on cable TV last Friday and on YouTube on Saturday. I actually did watch it yesterday, actually, with the family. I won't discuss or spoil too much, but I'll go ahead and point out that we have episode 1 was released on YouTube May 11th, and it looks like they're going to be releasing a new episode every week, the next one being on May 18th. And you can go to pokerfuse.com to actually see the episode list every week. It'll update, it seems. So they have a dedicated page for it. But let's now go to the winnings for video poker. Matt over on Discord posted later last week. He had another hand pay on double bonus. Last week I showcased that he got four fours. This time he got 4 tens, so a lesser 4 of a kind, but still a pretty good win there. $5 denomination, so that's $1,250 hand pay. So well done for him. And Raven, glad you could join us. Watch the 9.6 video. Thanks for all you know. No problem. Obviously, if you've watched it, you'll know that you're going to need to go to the high limit room to play 9.6 jacks or better if you're going to be playing on the strip. And there's still several casinos. Not all of them are going to have it. So if you have the money, you have the status, or maybe you're trying to obtain tier point status, but by playing one of the lowest volatile games and one of the highest payback percentages you could find on the strip, 9.6 jacks or better might be a possibility to do it on. Shout out to Lil Joe. Last week he was in Vegas and he posted this on his YouTube channel. He hit a royal flush on the full pay Joker poker machine over at the Plaza. So I went ahead and brought it up for you guys to see it. So yeah, and you guys reported in the previous streams that they removed one of the Joker poker machines and they moved the other one elsewhere, and it has been confirmed here on VP Free 2. If you go to the plaza, you'll see that there is only one machine left of the full pay Joker Poker over at the plaza. And based on the description here, there's one in a bank of 9 behind the sportsbook bar. So if you're going to be going to Vegas soon and you want to play some Joker Poker and you want to play the machine that Joe just hit this Royal on, that's where you're going to find it. So those were the wins that viewers and subscribers have sent. So we're going to go ahead and now I guess we're going to go to the Q&A. And as we wait, I'll go ahead and play some video poker for you guys. We're going to go ahead and keep it with the theme of the video that I just released. And we're going to start off with some good old jacks or better. We're going to visualize how it would be to play at a high limit game on the strip. So let me go ahead and start a new session, and I'll go ahead and show it to you guys once it's set up. Meantime, go ahead and ask away in the chat any questions you may have for me on casino games, budgeting, etc. All right, jacks are better. 9-6. Starting bankroll. Okay. I'll go ahead and close these tabs now since I don't need them. All right, looks pretty symmetrical here. Yeah, that'll do. All right. Bowling Dude, I did see your question. Favorite bad no limit hold'em hand? I don't know if I have one. I don't know if I have one, to be honest. Favorite bad no limit hold'em hand? I guess that makes me a purist because I don't really have one that I just like to play. I could probably come up with like the opposite. Like my worst good hand, but I don't think you could consider this a good hand. I just don't like it. Period. King Jack would be my worst good hand, but it's not really that great of a hand anyway. But favorite bad no limit hold'em hand, I know what my dad's would be. If you've heard me mention it before in the during the poker streams, you'll know what it is. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's simulate a high limit playthrough of 9-6 jacks or better. I have it set to a $10 denomination on the pro training mode at videopoker.com with a $1,000 bankroll. That's $50 a pop. Let's see if we could double it up before losing it all. All right. Oh, actually, before we continue, let me make sure I'm going to disable dynamic replay for this. All right, let's continue. Pair of fives. King, Queen of Hearts. Just like in the casino, for some reason I think I have better than average luck of hitting my open-ended straights for some reason. That's probably my confirmation bias, for all I know. King. Yeah, 2 pairs. Pair of 3s. There is 3 to a straight flush, but you always hold the pair here. Moto Dens. Hello and welcome. And yeah, hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing okay right here. And thank you. Yeah, definitely hit that like button. But also, keep the chat going. I definitely want to help answer any questions you may have or just talk. I already mentioned all of the news at the very beginning of the stream. So if you just tuned in and you missed, you can go ahead and go back to it once the stream's over. Raven, nice question. How do you originally learn the basic strategy? I have a chart that I memorized. Okay, so I probably thinking way back in the good old days of Jackson Rancheria. I'm trying to remember here. I think, actually, to be honest, I probably just practiced like I did here, more so than memorizing a chart. Though I have looked up the charts before out of my own curiosity. I wouldn't say I've studied them like judiciously and to memorize it. But I think more of my practice was more so not so much on the charts, but more so on practice software, either free ones that I was able to find, or actually I think I did purchase a CD of the predecessor to videopoker.com, which was called Video Poker for Winners. It was an actual offline CD-ROM. Though you did get a limited number of licenses, you had to actually input a code that you would get by email to activate it, and you were given a limited amount, for each, I guess, computer or PC that you had. So owning the CD alone wasn't enough, and it was also available as a digital download. The website no longer exists. It now redirects you to videopoker.com right here. But yeah. What got you into gambling? Probably exposure. Because I have been in casino settings probably since, goodness, elementary school. Because we always have annual trips to Tahoe and at least once to Reno every year. One time to Reno every year. More or less for pretty much continuously for the past, I would say, 20 years. More than 20 years, rather. And just by seeing my family gamble, that's what got me interested. Obviously, just exposure, for better or for worse, of course. Boy, I'd like to be this lucky playing jacks or better in a high limit room. Though actually, to be fair, I did. I usually play quarters, but I did in my Carson City trip did play dollars, and I did jacks or better. It wasn't 9-6, unfortunately, in that particular moment, because we weren't anywhere near one at that time. But I did hit 4 of a kind for $125, which was nice. Straight draw. Look at me hitting the straight. And of course, I've evolved over time as I learn more from various sources. Obviously, wizardsofodds.com was probably the biggest one that got me to understanding. That probably got me to want to learn the video poker strategy. But it wasn't my first time being exposed to strategy in general. I think my first exposure to basic strategy for blackjack was probably through one of the manuals, or one of the books or manuals that came with one of the simulated PC casino gambling CDs that we had in the household. So that's where I got my first exposure to blackjack basic strategy. Pair of nines. Straight flush draw. What do we need? A six of clubs? Not even a club, not even a six. Zany Fiasco, welcome. Glad you can make it. And as mentioned, if any of you guys watched the poker stream on Thursday, I did announce the upcoming schedule for this week's videos, including the video that was just released today about 9-6 jacks or better on the strip. I did also announce that 2 more videos are coming out this week already, that I already made. One on Wednesday and one on Friday. What do we got here? We don't go for gut shots usually, so it's ace of jack. Yep. Pair of nines. Dealt straight. Brought us back above starting amount. It's one of the nice things about jacks or better is you don't lose as much so quickly, and you may even have a small gain in a short session. Bonus poker also has that effect too, since the volatility is almost identical. And that's all because of the fact that you get paid 10 credits on 2 pair. Four, 5, 8, 9, 10, king. Ooh. Oh, I missed something. Oh, I look for those 2 to the Royals, guys. Don't go too fast. Whenever you're playing on a keyboard, you have a tendency to go much faster than you otherwise would in the casino, especially since keyboard controls. It's like I got my hand right here on the keyboard. No, you can't see it, but while at a real casino, you're going to need to use both hands if you want to go fast. Queens. 3 queens. Nothing. Oh wait, yeah, the straight flush draw. It was the double gaps. Okay, I'm not focusing right now. I gotta focus here. So it's straight flush draw, yeah. Double gapped. Thought that was like a 4 or something. Thought it was just 3 to a flush. Yeah, okay. Laugh at me all you want. Flush draw. Pair of jacks. Oh, reconnection successful. Something's going on here. All right, let me know if you guys can see the stream now. It looks like we just had a bit of a internet connection issue here. But it looks like, yeah, according to OBS, we are back to normal. Okay, thank you, Joe. All right. I don't know what the hell happened there. If it was probably... Well, for 1 second, it looked worse for me. You know, it was showing, like, the drop frames going up so much. You know, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 drop frames, and then my internet was out for some reason. But looks like we're back on. So, yeah, all right. Okay, yeah, everything looks good. So the hand was dealt, so we'll go ahead and continue from there. I believe it's yeah, ace and king. There we go. Three fours. Flush draw. And made it. Jack 10 of spades. Queen Jack of hearts. Joe asks, what is your biggest denomination? I'm assuming the biggest denom that I've played. That would be one time. One time back during the crazy teenage years that I've always discussed before. Uh, $25 denomination. I tried it a couple of spins. $100. It was I think it was a 2 credit double diamond, and I tried 2 spins. It was the first and only time that I ever played a $25 denomination slot. In terms of video poker, $5 denomination was the highest I've played. $25 a pop. And I used to play it. I used to take a chance at it when I was much younger as well. Both during the teenage years at Jackson Rancherias, and sometimes I'll hit a full house and I cash out double, put in 100, play a hand or two, get a full house for $225, 45 credits at $5, and cash it out. So wow, $75 a hand. Yeah, that can be quite a bit. Pair of deuces, 2 pairs. The last time I've ever played $5 video poker, I think, was when I went to Vegas uh, in 2013. Actually, I was going to Vegas specifically for a conference. I was actually going out with an old friend from high school. It's actually the very first time I actually uh, went on vacation alone without being with family. I was 21 that year, so it was my first time going since turning 21. And that was the last time I could remember playing $5 denomination video poker. We stayed at MGM Grand, and I pretty much played there the whole time. 3 to a royal. Not surprising. A pair of sevens. Two, three, four, six. Queen of hearts. And Zany says, "Damn, I'm over here getting wrecked at 8 cents a hand." 8 cents a hand. Are you playing online or something? Like where else could you play 8 cents a hand? But yeah. Aces. Queen. Pair of fours. Okay, this is these 4 to a Broadway draws gut shots with queen like these. I would think it's the queen jack. Yeah, queen jack of suited is almost always the best 2 to a royal, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's better than holding 4 to a gut shot Broadway draw. And it's close too, as you can see here on the pro training, the EV chart to the right of the hand. It's quite close. Pair of threes. Okay, so yeah, Zany is playing online. King Jack. Read your requirements or just King Jack. Oh, was that so? It is because normally, I'm curious. Most wagering requirements for deposit bonuses will usually either exclude video poker or it will include it, but at like 10% of the rate for slots. I'm just, at least I think uh, Bovada or Ignition Casino, one of those two, I think uh, their terms I think say something like 10% for video poker. 10% of the progress for slots for equivalent bet amounts. Ace King. Oh my! Wow. Almost. Pair of nines. All right, so 4 to a flush or 3 to the royal. Flush pays 30. So you look at what the 3 to the royal consists of. Does it consist of an ace and a 10? No, there's no ace here, so we hold the royal draw. Okay, make sure there's no straight flush out there. Jack is good. King. Oh, 3 kings. So you were on the hunt for those lucrative deposit bonuses. Okay. And Joe says, didn't get to play at the 4 queens this trip. Usually have 9-6 jacks are better there. Yeah, and of course they have 10-7 double bonus. I don't know if I mentioned this fun fact. I don't know the exact percentage values, but fun fact here is if you have the option to play 10-7 double bonus and 9-6 jacks are better, but you only know 9-6 jacks are better strategy, it's still actually better to play with 9-6 jacks are better strategy on 10-7 double bonus, believe it or not. Obviously, if you play 10-7 double bonus with optimal strategy, your long-term payback percentage is 100.17%, of course. If you play with 9-6 jacks or better strategy on 10-7 double bonus, I think it's like 99.8 something. I don't remember off the top of my head the exact figures, but the fact that you actually get a higher payback percentage than playing 9-6 jacks or better strategy with 9-6 jacks or better. It's unbelievable, but it's true. 3 aces. It's not double bonus though. Ace only. Joe asks, "I never played double bonus as a strategy strain much, or what is it similar to?" So if you want to learn proper double bonus strategy, it is a bit tougher. And obviously, I have videos on double bonus as part of my original Video Poker Genius series. You can find that playlist on this channel, of course. But to summarize, some of the strategy adjustments you're going to have to make for double bonus, because a flush pays 35 credits, you're going to be going to for 3 to a flush a lot more. And as for holding the ace only, as opposed to holding the ace and the offsuit high card, it's not as definitive as it is in double bonus. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I still don't know what the reason is for. Probably some sort of penalty card reasons. But that's going to be the biggest change that you'll have to make is going for 3 to a flush. And I think I also seen the charts where the odds of hitting a royal flush is a little bit harder. I think it's like 1 in 44 or 46,000 hands as opposed to 1 in 40,000 for jacks or better. Because you're going to be holding 3 to a flush a lot more. And therefore, 2 to a royal gets downgraded. Do want to remind you guys that this is for fun. I am playing in training mode with a virtual 1300, obviously. So yeah, Victor, just want to clarify that for you since I guess you joined in. So welcome to the stream. I have seen your comments and I have seen. I did respond to one of your recent comments about the points. Dave's not on the stream, so I'll be sure to ask him this week. And then if he doesn't come on next week, I'll go ahead and give you the response then. I haven't asked him yet, but I'll be sure to send him your question. And yeah, as Motoden said, play within your budget, enjoy the game. More importantly, and if you play video poker, practice is definitely important for the skill aspect for video poker. King Jack of clubs. Pair of aces. Yeah, Joe, no problem. Yeah, it's an interesting fact. Though, obviously, the downside of double bonus is it's going to be slightly higher in volatility because 2 pair pays only 5 credits, just like in other premium games like double bonus, especially. But not that by that much. I think it's about, I'm trying to remember if it's like 27, the variance. Just slightly higher than Deuces Wild and Joker Poker. It's about right around that ballpark. For comparison, double bonus variance is I think 41 roughly. Okay, this is one I always miss out. Okay, so we hold the king and queen. All right, good to know. Two to a royal. Pair of kings. Pair of fours. King and queen. We got an ace. Queen jack. I believe open-ended straight. Ooh. One. All right, so this is a 3 to a straight flush, no gap. And yes, 2 ace of clubs is out there. So I think this is the right move. Yeah, almost got it, but did get the flush. I hear that stats on variance, but what would that look like to bankroll in theory? Okay, I don't know the math off the top of my head. Well, variance over time, in the long term, it won't matter. Variance, but in the short run, well, and by practice, what it is you can visualize it through the pay table. If 2 pair pays 5 credits only, then that's a hand you're going to be getting a lot in video poker. At least in the no wild card, excluding Deuces Wild, of course. But 2 pair is a common hand that you're going to get, and if it pays half of what it is in jacks or better, if it pays only 5 credits on a 5 credit bet, that does have a significant effect for short term variance. So that would be that's in practice, but in theory, theory, I would just say, it'll even out in the long term, overall. You know what? There's probably an expert here in the chat. Let me put up Victor's uh, comment here. I'll go ahead and ask you guys. Maybe you guys know what's going on. But Victor asked in one of my videos about the best way to spend rewards points that are earned at Caesars. And he did mention that you only get half the value of the points if you use it for free play. Either you can confirm that for me if that's true or not. I'm not an expert on on the rewards program. That's why I defer to others. I don't go that often. Usually go for much bigger trips to the casino, especially our next major one. I guess I can go ahead and discuss that right now for you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be going to another trip before this one, but the next major casino vacation for the family and I is going to be 4th of July week at Tahoe and Carson City. And this one's going to be an interesting one because we have relatives coming in from Italy, including my grandmother on my dad's side of the family. She'll be coming stateside for the first time in a decade. Her last visit was back in 2014. So that's going to be quite fun. And one of the favorite things she likes to do when coming here is to go to the casino. That's so it's quite appropriate that we're going to be having our annual Tahoe trip during the time that they'll be here. So it'll be I think they'll be here for 3 weeks, and one of those weeks we will be in Tahoe, and it's just so happens to be 4th of July week, which normally we're not out of town for 4th of July, but this time we will be. It's an interesting schedule. So that's going to be the next major casino trip you guys are looking to follow. All right, pair of sixes. Pair of kings. Pair of fives. Pair of threes. How many hands have I played so far? I'm just 110. I only made 2 mistakes by not paying attention. 110 hands, and I'm still roughly around the same total, slightly above. Full house. Flush draw. Hey, flush. I believe. Wow. Okay, so we got straight flush draw. And we got 2 of the royal. I wonder what it's gonna be. I don't remember this one. Okay, yeah. Queen Jack, pretty strong still. Straight flush draw. Yeah, I would say as well. Zany, there is a calculation, or rather a term rather that's that I've seen tossed around. Like I think it's called the risk of ruin. I don't know how it's actually calculated properly, and it seems like any articles that discuss it only do it in reference to game instances where you have an edge over the casino, like full pay deuces wild or full pay double bonus, etc. But yeah, and any other research I did with risk of ruin, brought me to some articles that suggested these amount or this amount, and I don't know how they calculate it, but yeah. Victor says he likes multi-line video poker. We can go ahead and play some of that soon. Been playing Jacks Are Better for a long time here. Actually, I'll stop at when the score goes to 1500. Ace and Queen. King, 10 of diamonds, or not. Oh, okay. In bonus poker, I believe you would hold just the king here. But this is Jacks Are Better I'm playing. And wow, look how close it is, EV values. 2.299, 2.291. It could very well be because of the flush penalty card, but I don't think that's the case because I have gotten King 10 something of diamonds and I was able to hold a King 10. It could also be the fact that there is a gut shot straight here as well. This is a close one. But yeah. So it wants us to hold the king. Johnny Extreme. Got your channel word of mouth from Firekeeper's Poker Room? Is this for my poker content, my home game stream? Yeah, so tell me which video which video got you to my channel that they mentioned me. Welcome aboard. We got an ace. Here. Straight flush draw. Got the flush. I mean, this is why you play Jacks Are Better. You know, because you get to play for a long time, and now simulating this as like a high limit player would, playing a $10 denomination on the strip, for example, putting in a $1,000 voucher or whatever. I mean, if you have a decent, obviously you could still lose it within like 10 minutes because you can't have bad streaks. But look at that, I've doubled the starting amount that I set for this. I think we'll set a stop at 1800 now. I do want to move on. 2 pairs. Flush draw. Nope. Last one. Okay. We'll go ahead and move to a new game, but also go ahead and continue with the questions. Victor says he likes multi-hand video poker. Let's go play a multi-line game. I don't know which one though. There's so many. Let's go back to the home screen here. I'll bring you back to the other slide once I load a game up. Let's continue with where we left off last week. I think I showcased at the very end of the stream spin poker. I guess we can go ahead and go there because that's another game where you're going to find 9-6 jacks or better on in the strip. It's going to be in the form of spin poker. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do it as pro mode here because could simulate with a $1 denomination because that's where you'll find it. Spin poker. Jacks are better. 9-6 pay table. Do $1 denom. And let's put $1,000 virtual to start with. Awesome to hear that, Johnny. All right. Let me remove the dynamic replay. All right. All right, so spin poker. I'll go ahead and review it here. So you guys who don't know, so it's similar to it's just regular video poker, but in a slot machine style of a look. And whenever you hold a card, it duplicates to the top and bottom sections of the reel. Like I put in air quotes because it's not technically a reel because of how the draw cards are dealt. What will happen is that from the rest of the 47 cards of the deck, because so the 9, 6, and the 3 will be discarded. You won't see it again, just like with regular video poker. But all 9 what is it? Yeah, 9 other squares will be filled by 9 separate cards from the single deck. So I'll go ahead and push the draw button so you can see that. And they show it as an animation of the reel spinning, but if you were to like simulate it with physical cards, you could just deal a card to fill, individually to fill in the remaining squares. And the only ones that are duplicated are the ones that you hold. All right, so okay, so we're getting some interesting comments here. So Victor says higher variance. Joe says Shackleford says it's the variant to play if you can afford it. Well, from a pure payback percentage standpoint, at that point it doesn't matter that and the strategy is the same. In terms of variance, well, actually, variance is something you can control with especially with video poker because that'll depend on if you're based on what denomination you're playing. What are you comparing it to? Like obviously, if you're going to be playing, if single hand jacks are better at $1, multi-hand jacks are better at $1, or spin poker at $1. Obviously, the multi-hand or the spin poker is going to be more volatile just simply because you're betting more. So on the same denomination, one hand versus many hands, obviously, especially if you have only, let's say, $100 budget and your choice is between those two. On the other hand, say $1 jacks are better versus 1 penny 100 play jacks are better. They both cost $5 a pop, but you're dividing it between 100 hands. That'll mean that the multi-hand game is actually less volatile if you're betting the same amount per, the same dollar amount each time. Hopefully, you understand what I'm trying to get at here. But so variance is something you can control. And I have to look back and see what the Wizards said on spin poker. I don't remember that off the top of my head, but But yeah, for some reason, the high limit rooms on the strip have these a lot for some reason, and they have it at full pay. But yeah, $45 a pop for a standard spin poker. You can afford it. And you don't mind this format, then yeah, go ahead. And yeah, Johnny mentioned here. Yeah, let me go ahead and just mention to you guys that there's regular spin poker and there's spin poker deluxe. Spin poker deluxe is basically the same thing but with more pay lines. Regular spin poker is 9 lines, and spin poker deluxe, I believe, is 20 pay lines. Imagine that. Pair of aces. Two, four, five, six, nine. Nothing. Jack. One line of a flush. King Jack. Queen Jack of Hearts. Jack. Pair of fours. Ace, King, Jack. All right, so that's King, Jack. Ace and King. King only. All 4 kings appeared, but not on a line. We have a few 3 of a kinds, it looks like. Yeah. Actually, 1 3 of a kind, and then a bunch of pair of kings for money back. So if you could imagine this king needed to be put here, for example. One square below. Johnny asks, "Do you like Ultimate X Gold?" I think I've showcased it on one of my older streams once, maybe about a year ago. In terms of actually playing it at a real casino, I'm trying to remember. Well, if there's one casino that I know that has all that I've been to that has a lot of the newest video poker, it is Casino Fandango in Carson City. I mean, there were they had I think they had Full House Plus Wheel Poker, which is another game I showcased here on a previous stream and on a previous video too, for that matter. And I think they have Ultimate. They have Ultimate X Wheel Poker too, if I remember. I do remember. I do remember my parents playing it. Ultimate X Gold. I'm trying to. I don't think I've played it for real money. so I can't really say if I like it. Well, I've obviously played it. I've showcased it here on the channel, but I think. Let me pull up your question here. If you go back and watch that video, I do remember I think hitting a royal. I think that was the one where I hit a royal flush with a massive multiplier. Uh, and actually, I think I set up a highlight video of it. I don't know if any of you guys remember watching it, but it was nuts. I think it was like 36,000 or something. 9 times multiplier or something. It was crazy. Or 8 times. I don't remember what it was, but you like Full House Plus? Well, it means more wheel spins because you only need a full house to get the wheel instead of four of a kind. Would you agree South Point is the VP Mecca, or is there a place I'm not thinking of? Let's see. When I went to South Point once during my last trip to Vegas. It is a mecca for single hand. I will say that much. A lot of single hand video poker and they all have full paid games. But also a lot of the station casinos have a lot of a ton of video poker dedicated for like much of their casino floor as well. So I don't know. Yeah, like Red Rock for example. I've been there multiple times. I think only because the first time we went, uh, I was able to the on the first trip with the family to Vegas after a long time, which was in 2017. We visited a couple of the station casinos during one of the days of that week visit to Vegas. Um, One was Green Valley Ranch, and the other one was Red Rock. The two of the more glamorous, I guess you could say, of the station casinos. And I remember my parents winning at Red Rock quite a bit. I think they came up. I had $500, I think, at one point. So we kept going there ever since because they have good memories of it. Wonder if a lot of people who do that as well. It's like you have a good experience for your first visit to a specific casino, and you continue to go there since. And the opposite is true if you lost the first time you visited. It'd be interesting. Victory has been a Casino Fandango before, huh? Well, we will most likely be there, the family and I, during the week 4th of July comes. So, in case you ever run into us, but or are interested. Joe says Red Rock is cool. And speaking of Casino Fandango, yeah, we're probably going to. We always go every time as we're Italians. We'll go to the Tiamo restaurant that's there. And probably listen to them play the exact same Italian songs that are on repeat every single time. All right. Well, we're at the top of the hour. I guess we can continue for another 10 minutes at least. Tend to stream for about an hour, 10 minutes. The Monday mic drop. Flush draw. Any club? We got one club. That doubles your bet. Ace and Jack. Pair of kings. And nothing else. Pair of sixes. Looks like we got quite a bit of two pairs. Oh, and a three of a kind. All right. It's like wondering what is it. Ooh, there we go. Nice. 180 there. Ace, king of spades. Nothing here. I'll get to your question, Jennifer. Well, the big wheel. Okay, so it's one. Is it one of those vertical wheels? Is it the old-fashioned one, or is it one of the newer electronic ones? But okay, so free answer. But when I take the bus, I get two $10 free bets on the big wheel. I'm just wondering what your strategy would be on the pin. It's just luck. It's obviously you can choose your risk. You know, do you bet on the $1 space for an almost guarantee win, or of even money, or do you risk it for the higher amounts, like 20 or the Joker? The old ones, okay, yeah. Then no, man, the $10 free bets on that thing. That is, God, it's the worst game in the casino in terms of the house edge. I mean the $1 space I think is a house edge of 11.11%, if my memory is correct. So all of those bets are going to have less than a 90% payback percentage to the player. Like not yeah, but you're getting it for free, so obviously you might as well play them and hope for the best. In terms of what to bet on, you know, there's no wrong way of doing it. Just it's subjective. What do you want to risk it? Bet on the Joker or the casino logo, which pays what, 40 to 1. Hope for a 400 to 1 payout, or 440 to 1 payout. Hope for $400, or do you want to get your money back? Bet on the one, or risk it a little bit. Bet on the two. Hope for 20 for that $10 bet. And Johnny, thank you very much. $1.99 super chat. Much appreciated. Glad you're enjoying it. We will continue to do this every week. Seems like you guys are loving it. Okay, we got flush draw versus 3 to the royal. Jacks are better, usually 3 to a royal, with a minor exception, but we don't see that here, so we'll try it. Nope. You're welcome, Jennifer. Straight. It's nice getting winning hands on the deal in spin poker because they activate all the lines, as you can see. Got king. Ace. Well, the last two hands weren't that great. So we'll play for, I guess, another 5 more minutes. And then we'll start to wrap things up. But if anyone still has questions, feel free to post them. We will probably, we'll go through any remaining questions before we sign off. We got nothing here. 9743. Yeah, this is nothing. Pair of sevens. We got full house here. So obviously not as exciting, it seems, but we're not losing that much, really. We got 2 pair, though. We got a chance of a full house. 6 or 8. Nope. Looks like, Joe, you're ready to head out, too. Okay. Thanks for being a part of the stream tonight. Queen. Nothing. Pair of 8s. Just a couple of 2 pairs. Jack. We have an ace. Ooh, 3 tens. All right. 6 squares to get the other 10. I wonder if it'll come. Nope. Queen of diamonds. Three kings. We get the fourth one here. No boat either. And Joe was asking, still here, did I take the lead in the standings? You did, Joe. Yeah. So so if for those of you who remember watching Thursday's stream, Joe, you finished, I think, fourth place. Obviously, you were on the bubble, in terms of the play money prizes, but you did get points on the leaderboard, and that brought you back up to first. So yeah, you are currently first in the club leaderboard for the month of May. But myself and I think somebody else, the person who won last week as well is now catching up. So so it's a close one. Let's see if you can hold on to it. A pair of kings. Hell yeah. They retire now on top. The month's not over yet, though, Joe. Pair of sevens. A couple more minutes of play. Then we'll start to wrap things up. Okay. Obviously, the flush is going to be better than the pair of tens. All right, so I'm assuming the strategy is still the case. Since this is 9-6, jacks are better. Flush pays 30. If the 3-door royal consists of both the ace and the 10, you don't go for it. And yeah, that's right. I didn't get the time in, though. But as you can see here, look how close it is, 6.38, 6.37. And remember, this only applies when the flush pays 30. If the flush only pays 25, then you always go for 3-door royal, even if it consists of an ace and a 10. All right. Make sure you look for those 3 to a straight flushes. Don't make the mistake I did early in the stream. Even though it's a double gapped one, it's slightly better than discarding all 5 cards. Well, actually, it's not slightly better. It's quite a bit up there, but it's the only one you would choose if you have nothing better. Okay, that time we held the king 10, even though there was a 4. You remember last time there was a 6, but there was also a straight draw that kind of flipped the script there. You can see even it's quite close, holding the king alone versus the king and the 10. And Victor, I'll get to your question. 2 pairs. Look at that, we're $10 up. A little bit, pretty much even. We'll go ahead and end it off on that note. Let me see, how many hands did I play? Obviously, I didn't play as much because I did slow down to answer you guys' question. 44. Yeah, so not as much as the single hand game that we played, but as you can see, jacks are better. Could hold on for quite a bit, even on just like 100. What was it? 100 credits on the $10 denomination, or 1,000 credits if you're playing spin poker. I mean, you could last a while. But Victor, you were asking. I'll go ahead and go back to the regular web camera here. This one I don't know off the top of my head, but that is a good question. I believe there is a chart out there that I could look up. Obviously, I don't want to spend 5 minutes looking it up now, but that is a good question, Victor. I might get back to you on that. in the next stream. Actually, I'll go ahead and write it down. But yeah, so what Victor is asking here is how much does I'm assuming the Royal Flush, the natural Royal progressive, uh, have to be for the overall long term payback percentage to go to become positive, to go above 100%. So let me go ahead and let me just make a note here for myself. Not so ugly deuces. Well, excuse me. Allergy season. What is that payback? All right. Appreciate your question there, Victor. I'll be sure to give you a proper response next week. Got the sun shining through the blinds. Let me go ahead and try to close that. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and end it off right here. I want to thank everybody. I appreciate you all for joining for today's stream. And Jacks Are Better, Deuces Wild, Spin Poker, your recommendation. Gosh, I like Jacks Are Better. Just simply because I last longer especially for the budget that I have. But Deuces Wild can be quite exciting, and there are good pay tables for it, of course. So I'd say it would be based on what budget you have, because Deuces Wild, I'm just sick and tired of getting so many hands in a row where I have to discard all 5 cards. It's the right strategy, but it just gets tiring. So for smaller budgets, I'd say Jacks Are Better. If you have a lot more money, and you can afford longer sessions with that money for the same denomination, Deuces Wild can be quite fun, especially if you can find a Deuces Wild pay table in your area with a good payback percentage, of course. But yeah, appreciate the question and appreciate your comment there, Victor, as well. All right, we'll go ahead and end off here. Thank you, everybody, for joining. If you enjoyed it, if you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and give this stream a thumbs up. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Share this with others and hit the bell icon to be notified once I go live next or once I release a brand new video. Apologies for the I don't know if you guys can hear the phone going off, but yeah, it looks like dinner is dinner is ready. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end off and go eat. But yeah, thank you, everybody. There will be 2 new videos coming out Wednesday and Friday. Look forward to those. And until then, next stream is going to be Thursday for the PokerStars home games. So I'll see you for that one. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you on Thursday. Take care and go make it happen.